on this channel, A Natural Connection with A Shaman. I have Katie Rose, the Desert Rose, back with me again for a little live stream. We're just gonna kind of flow with it, throw some cards out, talk about some things. And we just got back from a pretty good hike down in the underworld. So how about we start there? What's your thoughts on the underworld?
It was epic.
It was,
I
right?
freaking loved it. Beautiful picturesque scene. Really unique space, like unlike any other. A lot of imagery within nature, from the rocks to the shadows to the highlights to clouds that we were observing. And you know, when you're a little kid and you look at the clouds and you check out the different designs or what images you see in them. Perfect day for it, honestly.
Yeah.
Perfect day.
Yeah, we got in right before a storm and got out just in time. And the storms here in Vegas, I say storm very lightly. It's kind of more like a little trickle and then it's gone. But it is perfect day for the clouds. They're billowy and that's good for, okay, go ahead. You're gonna, it's, yep, okay. We brought home a salamander. We have Cheryl Gilberti here with us. Cheryl Fuchs, my girlfriend, Cheryl Gilberti Fuchs. And she was crawling, trying to stay out of the...
She was letting her animal.
Your phone is right over there by the air fryer. There she is.
So we were like spotting animals while we were there, and then like we were also like, we did a really cool drum journey that John kind of led me and Cheryl through, because we all three went down together. It was really cool. We got to this really awesome spot, and we did a few rituals on the way as well. But there was a lot of animal spirit energy in this particular meditation. So
Yeah, animal, and my favorite down there is the Jotnar, or for those who don't know what Nordic Jotnar, it's the giants. And the giants, the word Jot, like Jotunheim, giant realm, it represents the earth, like Njord. Njord was the world serpent. So Jotuns are like the nature giants. And you can really get a feel for them. And sometimes you don't even know what's going on when you're down there. And then you'll come home and you have these aha moments, these epiphanies. And those Jotnar spirits will kind of talk to you in your mind and remind you of something that is a long lost tradition of yours that you left behind. Sometimes they just fill you back with energy. Is that Cheryl?
yeah.
Okay, by the way, since we're doing that, I cannot see the screen for chat. So if anybody comes on, we are just kind of flowing with it. But
You might be like, hello.
right? Hi there, you.
A little Miss Sapphire, but our eyes are not seeing that detail. So we got Cheryl being our hawk eyes over there.
Yeah, Cheryl will be in the chat to answer any questions. If we get a group and you have questions, we'll pull some tarot and just give a definition of what we feel for your reading.
Cool.
So I'd like to hear a little bit about your sound medicine, like your experiences. Okay. How have you evolved since you started?
Oh man. So I mean, it's just started out as a fun collaborative idea. Jamie, my sound bath partner, she already had some crystal bowls. I did not. I had a lot more training in like indigenous and shamanic instruments from influences in my life, and they were very healing for me and so familiar at the same time. Like it was like I'd never heard it in my life, and then like my soul knew it the instant I heard them. So wanting to share that with others, obviously, and if it helps somebody else on their journey, awesome. Yeah, so we just kind of like talked about stuff, and then like, let's make it happen, Captain. And
right.
Jamie's awesome. She opened her home for that. And you know, our first one, we had 3 people. Next one was like 7 or 8, and then 13, and then 15, and we were starting to run out of room at this beautiful home that they have. So we tried a bigger center. We had like 60 something people for our first one at a different location. But we both kind of noticed like we missed the privacy of the home, and just like having that intimate connection with people who are coming for whatever reason they were called. Like some people, I just need some rest and peace and quiet to myself. Other people, like, I'm ready to go into a deep meditation. And other people, like, I'm looking for clarity and answers. Maybe I want to connect with a spirit animal or ancestor. Other people, maybe they're just in the, dark shadow of the night and looking for light, clarity, whatever. Everybody comes for different reasons, and it's just cool to see who gets called and why. But yeah.
What are some inner transformations you've experienced since you've been facilitating?
I really love hearing. So after we do each meditation, so we start with a cacao ceremony. We go into whatever we're feeling called from spirit to navigate for that theme or that focus for that collective. And then we go into the sound frequency as people come out of that. And before we kind of close that ceremonial space, like, we have an opportunity, because sometimes, tell me your experience in this too, but like sometimes that integration process of what you just experienced can be helpful as you're like expressing it and saying it and hearing it go from your body and your head out into words, and you're speaking it, and it can help solidify that experience or recall that. But my favorite part personally, there's so many really cool aspects about it.
Yeah.
But one of my personal favorites is hearing what their experience is, because when I'm facilitating, I'm just staying tuned in, right?
Yeah.
And so while I'm somewhat aware of the room and the vibe and, some things I can observe, I don't really know what experience they're having. And so I just think it's cool to get a little, it's like, I don't know, I'm seeing a keyhole and a key turn, and I get to see a little bit into their world for whatever they feel comfortable sharing.
Yeah.
And I think it can be really like a beautiful experience for anybody else who's at the sound bath medicine, because we learn from each other, and it's like that collective collaboration as a community and like a shared experience, which is bonding anyway in and of itself.
Well,
So-
one thing I've noticed about you since you started is, like, at first you guys were just like the sound medicine,
Yeah.
and then you started to come and sing more, and
yeah.
then the
Okay.
light language, and then
Okay.
passing Reiki. Like, you have evolved into
Yeah. And
allowing.
the cacao readings and
Oh yeah, that's what was the
oracle
last
readings
one.
I've been doing for, yeah, and I will be doing that. I already know that's been called for this next one.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as personal development, which I think was your original question, and I just went on.
No, it's fine. It's
But
totally fine.
yeah, so I've been working on my voice chakra for a really long time,
Yeah.
and it's continuing to evolve, but it's taken a long time. I think when I very first, started singing, it felt very uncomfortable. It felt very tight and constricted within my own neck. And one thing, it wasn't related to our sound medicine, but it was definitely like a catalyst push for me, from my team, was November of last year. I had an opportunity to go to, it's called Teas, it's related around Europe, and a tradition that happened where it was a purpose of peace and coming together, and I got to sing a song, and it really pushed me out of my comfort zone for where I was at the time. But getting pushed out of that comfort zone was exactly what I needed to go where I needed to go.
Right, that push, because then
Yeah.
you're, that little fear.
Like, woo, it's uncomfortable. All right, well, I'm doing it.
Right, I'm
So-
flying now. I jumped.
Yeah.
I jumped.
Yeah. So I think that was a big stretch for me in starting to open up other opportunities and avenues, and like not being so, I don't know, I think we all get this way, but I definitely do sometimes, of like, oh, what sound's gonna come out, and is there a judgment of how it sounds? And like, honestly, it just takes a minute to let that go
Yeah.
and just go, it sounds however it's gonna sound, and that's the experience.
Right. Like
And
me and Lucas were talking about anxieties earlier, because
yeah.
me and him did a podcast, and
Okay.
I kind of will, being an empath, my anxiety comes out when his anxiety comes out.
Sure.
But I
And
have
go,
a, yeah,
yeah.
I have a way to just like barrel through it. So he asked me, he's like, what helps you? And I go, the bully in my head that says, okay, if you don't know what you're talking about, switch subjects and keep going. And he started laughing. He got a kick
That's
out of that
awesome.
one. Yeah, Luzkis is a good dude. They do, I always want to bring you guys together.
Well, let's do it.
Because the didgeridoos and
I love
just the,
didgeridoo music. Well, I heard the part about him playing on someone's back, and I was just like, yeah.
oh yeah.
Because we do that a lot in our stuff.
Yeah.
Like instruments over people or energy work if they're open to it.
Yeah, she's
So-
experienced it with them. And I was actually talking
That's
about,
awesome.
this was years ago. I mean, like,
Oh man.
what was, me and my ex were still together, so it was like about 10 years ago.
A minute, yeah.
And that's when he was just a little kid running around with that big old
That's awesome.
didgeridoo.
Has he been at drum circles?
Oh
Because
yeah,
I've seen a few people play didgeridoo, yeah. Yeah, I love didgeridoo.
him and
I love
Skyler.
didgeridoos.
So I saw, was that you, Cheryl, giving a heart, or is there a
That
people?
was me.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Right on.
Well,
I'm
fine.
the only one on right now.
I didn't give any fair warning, so I don't expect people to be in the chat. But
Oh, yeah, no worries.
you want to play with some tarot?
Yeah,
All right. So here, let's just shuffle these up,
okay.
and then don't try to really act, or don't try to define them. Just go off of what they intuitively feel for you when you get numbers. Numbers, images, or words.
Oh, there's 3 people.
Oh, there's 3 people. Hello. So we are at the tarot
Hello.
section. So if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Cheryl Fuchs is our moderator, and she'll let us know what your questions are. Or if you don't have a question, you don't need one. If you just want some cards pulled, we can do that too. So we're just, I don't know how long you've been here, but this is Katie, the Desert Rose, and we were talking about our journey to the underworld and sound medicine and just kind of flowing, seeing what's up.
Thought we'd do some cards while you're on here.
Yeah. I know I'm getting more used to live streaming now. Oh. Okay, go ahead. Just whatever you think of them.
I mean, you go first, because I'm trying to get out of my story of the tarot.
Okay, just what do the images
I-
represent to you?
So I've got the rain,
Uh,
so that can be, the Gemini in me is like, ooh, nourishment coming down, things to grow. But it's also gray clouds and dark clouds, so storms. And then we got the 3 swords and the heart, a little bit of pain there in the heart center,
Yeah.
and cloudy days. Yeah.
And then what do you think of that one over there?
Here we've got him looking at his 3 cups that are empty and sad, and we got this like spirit saying like, drink up, you. Cheers, here you go.
4 of Cups.
But he's just like arms folded, like no, not
Yeah.
gonna have it, not gonna have it. And it's a like perfectly blue day, like green grass, like it's the green grass grows all around, the green grass grows all around. It's like
Right.
a great day, but he's not gonna have it.
No, he's too mad about them 3 missing
He's
cups.
in here. He's in here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's actually exactly what this is like.
What's connected
Here.
to here?
Your head is totally in your heart because you're still crying over that spilled milk.
Spilled milk. Yeah.
And over here we've got the Ace of Cups, renewed energy,
Woo.
and the 2 of Pentacles. So it's like if you just put a little balance in your life, it'll level things out and renew you. Where does renewal come from? Comes from within. So you can't expect this
Well-
guy. He can't expect anything from something that he doesn't already have.
That 1 cup.
Yep, and that's all he's
That-
missing.
The connection.
Spirit's trying to give him that 1 cup, and he's like, but I don't want it. I'm still mad about that. And all this dude needs is to walk a little balance, understand that he's crying over something that is a daydream, the peacock or
I know. It's
swan
like, is it a ship? Is it a crane? What is that?
yeah, it's like a
It's
little
both. There's a
crane
little
ship.
crane ship.
And, oh, there's another one down
Another-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he's just all up in his head. He's just got to put a little balance in his life and renew. Fast moving energy coming on in there. So, yeah. Do you have any questions, whoever you are? Mystery chat person.
I can show you the cards closer to you. You want,
Yeah.
maybe?
No questions right now.
No
Okay.
questions? All right. Woo!
So here comes that balance.
Hey, hey.
So, yeah. And this dude, actually, that's a good card. I know it looks like
Yeah.
death, right? Like, oh my God. But
Got the
that's
lights on in the back.
yeah. That one actually means getting some meditative rest. So that could be
Nice.
the balance that's needed in that. So with your cards, who
Stepping
do you
back,
think?
thinking about it,
Right?
getting out of your head, and like getting into your body, because like his body is just like solid here.
Yeah. Rigid.
Like he almost looks like a statue. And it's interesting because now the 3 swords is on the wall instead of in the heart.
Yeah.
So it's like you could think of it. I don't know. When I see it, I'm like, okay, we took those swords out, put it on the wall. It's a triumph. Let it go.
Yeah.
Rest, recover, move forward.
That's exactly
Look
what
out
that
the
card
window.
means.
New day.
And look in the window.
I see like a little kid with man. And like a little glowing home or something in the back.
Oh yeah, it is a man or maiden.
Or person, I don't know.
Yeah, so somebody is like getting some kind of
Receiving.
receiving some kind of
I
offering.
think spirit maybe.
Yeah. And it's definitely in a church. It definitely represents, you called it on the head.
Spirit meditation.
4 of Swords comes
Chill
after
it out.
the 3 of Swords. They're like, you know what? I am done with this.
It's a
I'm
release.
gonna rest and just chill.
Yeah.
Pull it back, get some
Self-recovery.
sanctuary. And that's why he's kind of like, I see that cup floating in the air, but I don't know. And that is the balance coming in. So this dude over here, reason why he's crying over the spilled milk is because it really hurt. But in this period of his hurt and betrayal and refusal, he was offering charity to others. So that may have been the balance.
That can be the meditative state too. When you're getting outside your own head, your own heart, your own issues, and like showing up, and then like that can be that cup too, in a way.
Exactly,
That
renewing.
heart.
That's what I don't remember who it was, but somebody I was working with, he said, well, the best way to get out of your problems is to help people with theirs,
Right.
because you'll understand yourself more. And I remember at the time being really stuck in the ego, and I'm like, well, isn't that kind of arrogant of me to think of my problems while I'm helping them with theirs? He's like, no, that's arrogant what you just said. I'm like, okay. So I started doing altruistic kind of work, whatever I could.
Yeah.
You know, I worked with a couple Marines, and I worked with some construction guys and drug addicts, and those I could help, I helped. Those I couldn't, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But it did help me get out of my own head. All right.
I'm
let's see.
enjoying this story. Let's see where this goes.
Right. Oh, there we go. Oh,
And the hangman.
and look at the illumination on both of
The
those.
sun on the face, on his head. Yeah, that's fun. You got the sun.
Tell us about that. What do you pick up off of it?
I feel like this is the enlightenment. So he took the time to stop, to be still, to meditate. This is the card. I just feel like I should be showing the card.
Right.
Ooh, hopefully this won't in or out of balance too much.
No.
So yeah, it's like a new perception, a new perspective. You know, he's hanging upside down from a tree or whatever. But it changes how you look at things because it's from a different angle. But then you have the light, so enlightenment.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what it is. Like the hangman, this is in reverse. So the hangman is when you're put on pause to look at things through spirit's eyes. And when you really think about that, if you look at the world through spirit's eyes, this world is a very small matter. So when you start seeing the things that once confused you or made you like not understand, here we go back to this wan, right, behind a tree. Or it could not be the wan, like Buddha went and sat under a tree. And he thought about, have you ever heard the story of Buddha?
Yes.
You know, how he left as prince, he renounced himself?
Yeah, went and did his thing.
Yeah.
Sat with the tree until he
Yeah, because he couldn't,
got the enlightenment.
money could not save him from old age or sickness or death. And he's like, well, then what good is your money? And that's probably, so that's what I see out of this too.
I like the hair too. I mean, it's gravity, right? But like, the hair is free.
Yeah.
It's not like souped down. It's not sweated back. Like, there's a freedom to having new perceptions in life as well.
That's like where we get to the sun card. Total optimism, feeling renewed, happiness, childlike energy, and creation. From this state, once you have received the enlightenment that you need, all you can do is create from that area, that space. You're happy, you're positive, you put joy into what you got going on. So if you're watching now, I say this story is turning in good favors for you. So let's see what else we got for them. Do you feel like a little kid? You know, on the, anytime you see,
Sunflowers. Those have been coming up a lot lately.
anytime you see them in anything esoteric or occult, it represents the creation of life, Fibonacci sequence.
What are you creating?
Yeah, what are you creating? Let's see, what are they creating?
Strength is what I got. Lion, balance. Got the infinity sign. Got white. Got a lot of growth here. Got some nourishment. You got mountains. You got some connection between something that's normally scary or ferocious that's calm and connected.
That's right.
And she's got, I'm gonna show it to you again. So you got like, she's got this apron of like flowers and growth and beauty. And it's interesting too, because on my side, this is my first feminine energy. The rest have been masculine. So again, going with balance, you have the infinity sign, right? Equal on both sides. And so we're bringing in that balance now.
And you know, it's funny, in the Fool's Journey, when the Fool gets to the Strength card, he meets the first feminine teacher. Like, when he meets the Empress, she doesn't really teach him much. She's like, you're here to be nurtured. When he meets the High Priestess, she's like, figure it out, trust your intuition. When he meets the Lovers, the Gemini card, he ends up getting his heart broken. But then when he comes here, he's already got all of his animosity out from the Chariot card. He's overcome the shadows of being hurt from love. You know, that's what this is right here. And then the first feminine teacher tells him, okay, look, you can handle things with a delicate nature. Because before that, he's riding around on his chariot going, like, I conquered the demon of love, or, you know, whatever. He's all hurt. So,
and it takes strength to be soft. I think that's a theme that's been coming out lately too. It's the strength of being humble, the strength of holding your tongue, the strength of being gentle at times.
It is. It's way more. It does tell the strength of a character way more than a brash or harsh nature. And that's where we come in this one, where I got the King of Cups. You only find that by holding your emotions to yourself and going out to figure them out on your own. Once you can establish like your self-knowledge, when you're self-aware of how your emotions, what you've went through to this point, and after this feminine teacher taught you, you can only naturally share from that cup. Now, in this card, in this card, you'll
I'm
notice
the Vanna White.
he's holding that cup pretty close to his chest, right? Which means he doesn't give it to everyone, but he does know that tender care that he learned from the Strength card. And who do you give this information to? The Nine of Swords. People who are stuck in anxiety or social dilemmas or PTSD. Basically, all of those things I just mentioned boil down to mental exhaustion.
Oh,
We're
there we
back.
go. Okay.
Okay, yeah, we're back live. Are we still live?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on mental exhaustion, I believe personally that anytime you're experiencing anxiety, PTSD, social disorders, or anguish of any kind of mental disruption, I believe it's from exhaustion.
I like the stars in this. There's like a universal vibe, and I feel like some of this knowledge, that cup, is that universal wisdom too.
Right.
That she's receiving it. It's comforting her, right? It's
You're right. Oh, I never noticed that perspective.
yeah.
She is comforting herself with the blanket of astrology.
Like she's receiving it. She's bringing it in.
So since you brought that up, all of our old tales we hear, like the seven sisters, the Pleiades, the Big Dipper, right? The seven stars of Taurus. All of these stories came from a very shamanic, very alchemical process of theologians who sat out under the night sky and passed these stories down to their descendants, right? So I know it's a taboo when you hear people say, if you want to solve your problems, learn astrology, but it really is. It's the most ancient theology that there is that can bring a person out of mental anguish. It can bring a person out of like mental disorders by learning not so much how to read birth charts, because that's all well and fine, but to learn the magic and mystery of what's in the stars, how the stories come together and how they were created to tell the triumph of sociology throughout the ages. So that's definitely a good point, Allie.
So as you were talking about that, my eyes went to two places again. So here on the card you have stars, just like the astrology we were just talking about. We've got that affinity sign on both of those connecting as well.
Right? So very deep thing. Did you know that every tarot deck is based off of astrology?
No, I did not know that. That's awesome.
I'm gonna look for a circle table about a little bit bigger than that one.
All right.
And I'm gonna put all of the tarot cards on it that go through the Golden Dawn's Hermetic astrology wheel.
Right on.
And wait till you see it. And then once you know the story of like why these tarot cards are in order, and you can match it with the skies, you will never be lost again. Because you'll know a story from the stars that will bring you back to home, bring yourself to yourself. Is that still all Cheryl in there?
Mhm.
What?
Oh, I thought there was
Oh,
more
here's
people
one.
in the chat.
No, there's a lot of people.
Only Jesus.
Only Jesus. Jesus was an
Tyler,
astrologer.
Kelsey something.
Ty
Yeah.
Kelso.
Ty Kelso.
Jesus was a great teacher of theology and astrology and the mystic arts. I won't deny that. He's one of the best. Rabbi actually means teacher, it doesn't mean priest. But a teacher is a form of a priest because you pass down the ancient knowledge and sacred traditions to help heal people. So Jesus was in turn a healer, a teacher of the mystical arts to heal those who are suffering, just like the Buddha. So who was that?
Ty Kelso.
Okay, Kelsey. Thank you for tuning in,
Thanks,
by the
Ty.
way.
Agreed.
He agreed.
Heck yeah, right on,
Yeah.
dude. Okay, I've got the moon.
Oh, I like that one. Go ahead.
Got the sun and the moon. We've got the dog, and I think it's a coyote howling. We've got the lobster. So we've got water, sun, wind. We've got all the elements from what I can see in this. And then I see two strong structures in the back as well. So there's a little bit of a journey going on. But I feel like there's also a beautiful balance again and fusion with the different elements. So we've got the sun in this one, and then we've got stars and moons in these ones. Right?
Yeah.
And it looks almost like it's, I don't know, it's hard to tell if it's day or night. But there's a nice little trail, there's a path, there's a journey for each of us, right?
Mhm.
And so there is a journey to be had here.
And that's interesting. The moon card represents going into somewhere you're afraid of.
The
So,
unknown.
It's the
Woo!
definite sign of unknown. And it is. You have to go. You cannot get to the end. You can't get to the sun until you walk through the moon.
Yeah.
You can't get to the world card, which completes the hero's journey, until you face that darkness. So I like to look at the moon card as an awareness meditation. You ever heard the Buddhists talk about awareness? It's like holding a candle in a dark room.
Oh, I've done like flame, where you like what do they call it? Where you watch a flame and you just watch it for hours, and then I've done mirror work.
Well,
Is it like that or something different?
a little different. It's
Okay.
like this. If you're holding a candle and you're in a dark room or a dark house,
Okay,
you can only see around you.
where that glow is.
And then let's say you got to walk to the other end of the castle, let's say. Gives you a little more room.
Okay.
And you got to bring that light over to there. But you may be afraid. You're like, no, there's a boogeyman. There's
Probably gonna hold it close because you don't want it to go out.
Right? Hold that. Really. But as soon as you walk over there with this candle, you're like, oh, it's actually not so bad. Actually, there's only a corner here. So that is the moon card in a nutshell.
Going back to that enlightenment again.
Right?
Your perception. What are you shedding light on or putting light on that you can see now?
And when she pulled that one, I got my first two inverts and then the Ten of Swords. So the inverts represent things you need to let go of. And you need to let go of being defensive and clinging on to material needs. And reason why is you are at your wits' ends with the Ten of Swords. This is like a total death, an ego death. You've lost your wits in a battle. You're tired of fighting and defending yourself. You're tired of holding things so sacred that you can't move forward. So this is the point where you're at with this moon card.
So 3 cards of things to let go. 3 cups in front that we're done spilling milk over.
Right.
So going into that unknown space, what spirit is offering to you that you may not be able to fully see the path, but you know you're where you need to be.
See, so there you go. So what do you think about tarot so far? How do you like the...
I love it. I like working with it. I use it a lot as like confirmation or clarifiers for situations.
Yeah.
I've worked with them with my friends. I've worked with it with Stargate Sound Medicine. I personally love all the varieties. I'm working with you. Doing the intuitive reads was such a good thing. For anybody else who gets in their head about things, I'm a Gemini. I overthink things sometimes. I really encourage you to do an intuitive read, especially if you already know the tarot story, like Rider-Waite and all that kind of stuff. It's a good way to just practice your intuitive skills and like get connected to your own inner teacher spirit. Like you're so knowledgeable. So again, for me, it was going into the unknown to do an intuitive read, and now like I prefer to stick with that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it definitely does come through a lot more
freedom.
You get a lot more freedom and channeled. I like to do a cross, like sometimes, and that's why I'll buy different kind of cards of it. Like these are the Goetia shadow energies, and then these are Notoria, and I've got everything from like Star Dragons.
I was like eyeing that Star Dragon, I'm not gonna lie. I was
Yeah?
totes looking at the Star Dragon.
Here, pull some out.
Okay.
These are pretty cool. And these are oracle cards. I like these because
Love oracles.
they give you more of a freedom,
energy.
openness.
So I could do like just another intuitive read.
Yeah.
Like this.
I never ever actually
Read the book.
on oracles unless it's something that I really want to.
Do that shamanic medicines.
Yeah.
Flip through. Okay. Alright, this one's inspiration. Okay. I love this image. You just have to see. This is one of my favorite things about oracles and tarot, honestly, is the artwork.
Right.
It's the artist.
No. Go ahead.
Me.
Yeah.
So I love, this one has like a lot of swirls. So the swirl symbol to me has a lot of different meanings and layers of meaning. Like Maori culture, they have the swirl, and it's like the spear fishing, and that's specific to the tribes and things. But then like for me, the spiral's always been like, instead of like upward spiral, downward spiral, it's an inward. Like when I find myself sometimes go through different journeys in life where I'm like, oh wait, this is familiar, I've seen this, but I'm at a different place in my journey and I'm not learning the same lesson. It's like another layer of the onion, so to speak. And so while I'm in that spiral, it's like I'm seeing it in a new, different way.
There you
Going
go.
back to our little
Hangman.
enlightened thing, right? And so, but there's still going to be those unknowns to it. Okay, I'm just studying the card to see what else stands out. There's a ton of spirals in this. That's funny. There's almost like this fisher hook as well.
Oh yeah.
So what you hook or connect with and to, and she's connecting with like I think it's her spirit animal or guardian. It's got a dragon. There's not a fear factor in this. They're looking directly at each other. They're connected. There's almost like stars in the neck of the dragon. So to me, again, a representation of spirit, ethereal, all that kind of stuff.
Like I said, calling on the spirit, on the stars is calling on your ancient history.
Yeah, those stars are really coming out in these readings tonight.
Ty has a comment.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said this has been very enlightening to him based on everything you guys just said.
Oh,
He
right on.
feels like that kind of describes his situation. He's been struggling with opiate addiction for so long and he wants it to be done.
Oh, my
Awesome.
brother, I was there too with opiate addiction.
It's a rough one.
It is rough. It was the hardest thing I have ever had to overcome. And I'll tell you, it's the first 3 days that are the hardest, but after that, it's the vertigo in life that you have to deal with. Like, you're gonna suffer for 3 days. It's gonna happen. It's gonna hurt. But if you can make it past 3 days and have a strong support system, or like how I really did it, I mean, I had a support system and I didn't. I had lost everything in my life when I went on opiates. And I lost even more when I got sober because I had to lose every friend I knew. I had to lose the people that were drawing me to want to get high and stay high. I mean, it started with injuries, but that was barely the case. My best thing to offer you is to find a solid friend in your life and walk. Just walk each day after you get past that 3 day of sobriety. That's the kick, and you know what I'm talking about if you've been on it. The kick is monstrous. You feel like you're gonna die, you're vomiting and diarrhea, fire, and lava and acid. It's terrible. And then the mental afterwards. So that's kind of where I would walk through and I would talk with spirit. I would look in the sky. Yeah, that's true.
Why don't you pull a card for Ty?
I'm going to.
We're gonna pull a card for you, brother.
Let's pull.
Thank you for reaching out, dude. Thanks
Yes.
for
Yeah,
being
definitely.
real and like
You're not alone.
bringing this up. A lot of, this is an ongoing battle for many, many people, and it's a difficult battle.
Yeah. It took years for me to get over. And then, even when I was sober, Ty, it took years of.
Ty says thank you.
You're
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Ty.
It took years of
Love you, bro.
therapy and self-therapy, and honestly, tarot, oracle, my shamanic drums, shamanic practices, they're the only things that got me through. Nobody believed a lot in my life at that time. I don't like to trash anybody online, but I had went through a lot of betrayal. And so I was all alone, brother. I had to do it alone, and then I came back in touch with my family after I had been through some serious death threats, attempts on my life, betrayal that I just don't want to speak of, and it's a hard road to walk, my man. So I'm here for you, and you can do this, man.
Sometimes I think too on that unknown journey are unknown people that will become a part of that path, and maybe they just walk a day with you. Maybe there's a part of the path before that opens and flows. Like in this thing, you got two people. You got the dog and the wolf and the lobster. They're very different. Some of them are both on the land, one's on the water, right? Different walks of life, different folks, different strokes, but like we can relate to grief, we can relate to challenge, we can relate to loss and all these types of things, or having to overcome things, and our stories may be a little different, but there are crossovers of knowledge and wisdom and experience and things that we can try that can help to move forward and through with some of that stuff. So, don't feel like you have to do it alone. And
Yeah, you definitely don't have
learn
to
from
do it
those
alone.
who have walked that pathway before.
Exactly what I said to him. He's not alone.
Yeah. And like she's saying, integrating with new people
Yeah,
is really important, because once
don't
I
go back to
did
the old.
find my bearing, exactly.
you can't go back.
I
Going
actually,
forward.
recently I had someone ask me, where are all your lifelong friends? And I'm like, well, some of them are dead, a lot of them are in prison, the other ones are still junkies. And the ones that aren't are gang members, and that's not my life anymore. So that's how serious it is to integrate into new circles, new walks of life. So your card is the conch shell. This is your calling. It says, wake up. Your life is too busy. Connect to silence. This will reveal your true nature. Trust your intuition. Your life's purpose is priority. It's time to blast away blocks. Time to discover your destiny. Take time to understand your sensitivity. Here we go. I'm going to stop right there. I'm not done with that. Do you know the majority of my addiction was my sensitivity? I'm an empath, which means I can feel things, and I always cared too much for people, and I used to feel that was a flaw about me. And a lot of my circles told me that was a flaw. Feelings will get you killed, things like this. There's no shame in being a sensitive person. You tap into that and you can actually use it in a positive way. It can help you navigate life better. So things that helped me through this after addiction was studying emotional intelligence, disorders of the mind, learning how to understand sociology, and not just going to therapy, but studying psychology myself. So that is part of your destiny, is to understand your sensitivity. I guarantee you that's probably where your addiction stems.
The conch shells are also used as an instrument and make a sound, and so our sound is our voice. And so my encouragement and thought that came to mind was to also use your voice. Say no.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Or sing.
Or sing. Use your own vibration. And it can be a heed as well. So
I say sing because I went through the old junkies prayer way of getting sober, which wasn't going through NA, wasn't going through AA. It was tapering down from the strongest drug to one just down the branch each time. And when I got to when all I was doing was drinking rum, of course I looked terrible. I mean, I would wear the same clothes for 2 weeks, sit in my front yard and drink, but I sang. I sang songs that touched my emotions. And even though I'm not the greatest of a singer, it was healing from inside, like what I feel when I go to their sound bath medicines. This electric energy comes through your body, so you might want to start singing. Country Western was really big for me. Songs like Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey, just a lot of Jelly Roll, Highly Suspect. So maybe this could be something that will help you, because to sing, you have to have a sensitivity as well. Your sensitivity to the energy that is accompanied by the divine spirit. Did you know that your sensitivity is a gift from the heavens? This, if you tap into this, it'll bring you back to your true place of purpose here. Listen to your inner wisdom and make your calling your priority. So another thing, don't set your needs on the back burner for anything. You got to get sober. This is number one important. I don't care if the sky's falling. You got to get sober first. What'd you delete?
I'm hearing sensitivity too, like it being in your senses, but also sense.
Yeah.
And then enlightenment again, and then activity is in like that is your new activity.
Ah, that's a really good analogy on that. I noticed a bunch of people got deleted. What happened?
I just deleted a couple of messages and I put somebody on a 24-hour timeout.
Okay.
That's all.
More of the spam. Okay. So, and we'll finish this up. Make your calling your priority. Do not let critical thinking get to you, or critical people, mind you. Don't let them divert you from your calling. They do not serve your purpose. Your purpose is healing and true devotion. So that is the conch card. Oh, you want to show?
And then, like, I just want to have you see this. So this northeast, southwest, call in your ancestors, call in your guides. Even if you don't know who they are or what those are, they're going to be there, but they need your permission to come in and be of support. And so until these other people in your tribe show up or people you meet on the pathway, like, they're ready to answer the call.
Yeah.
Ty says it's crazy. The sensitivity aspect really hits home for him. He remembers his entire life his father telling him he was too sensitive. He's always been a positive person. A sensitive person, and feel things so deeply it hurts. Truthfully, early in his childhood, he dealt with some abuse and molestation, so he always just figured that was the cause for his sensitivity.
I hear you. You know
You're
what?
not alone, Ty.
Sensitivity can be definitely associated with trauma.
Yep.
But it can exist before or after that as well.
You're welcome,
and still
Ty.
serve you.
And the sensitivity is your artistic gift. Like,
Don't let go of your sensitivity.
yeah.
That's who you really are. And don't let anyone tell you you're ever too sensitive.
Yeah.
That's who you are. Accept your sensitivity. Be who you are.
Don't water yourself down.
No.
I've been through a lot of the same things you're talking about, and you know, sensitivity is that dreamy, imaginative creation mindset that
You're welcome.
comes up with art and poetry and new novels and new books. So remember, that's who you are. You have a calling. And I'm really proud you're taking space for yourself here in this reading. So
Yeah.
He says thank you. He needed to hear that.
you're welcome, my man. You got this.
And you're not alone, brother.
And when you're young, they prey on sensitive people because they know they can get away with it. So I'm gonna leave that on that note. So we're gonna call that quits for the night, unless you had anything else to add.
I just thank you for chatting with us, Ty, and thanks for allowing us to be a part of this. It's a beautiful experience for me
Thanks
as
for
well.
being open
Thank you.
and honest.
Thanks for showing up for yourself, my man. Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot. That's your first step forward.
It's time for the sun now, friend.
Yep. Here comes the sun.
Do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I said,
It's
alright.
alright.
I got the chills. That's the chills I'm talking about when you sing. Right? Gonna tell
Good night, bud.
everyone.
To lighten up.
That's right.
Sunshine time, friend.
Hell yeah. You guys be well. Thank
No
you
such
for
thing as
tuning in.
coincidence either. You're always in the right place at the right time.
That's
That's
right.
right. Don't forget that, bro. You know this.
That's divine synchronicity. You're the tribe. We're our tribe. We find each other.
Time for that. Time for that.
All right. Can you end it? The square that's on the top.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you
I
guys.
don't know where's the square. Oh,